Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the first ever episode of The Sports Bar, where we dive deep into the world of the NHL, the world of the NBA, the world of the MLB, and the world of the NFL. Today, we look at NFL Wildcard Weekend and all the gambling plays you should make. Follow us to the bag. Let's go. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the newest addition to the Hammered Media family. This is the Sports Bar. This new series dives deep into the world of sports betting, literally anything athletics, 4 major sports, of course. I don't know about soccer and other, European basketball. I don't know. 4 major sports in the U.S. We got the rundown. Join us. Let's go. Today in this video, we are breaking down the wild card games and what to look out for in the sports betting world. 6 games, 2 days, a lot of money. Follow our trends and we'll get you to the bag. No questions asked, free of charge. Today we look at the Buffalo Bills at home taking on the Indianapolis Colts. The first game on Saturday, 1 o'clock matchup, and as you can tell, I'm nervous. It's been too damn long since the Buffalo Bills have won a game in the playoffs. I hope that changes. I hope it changes. Currently, the Buffalo Bills are sitting at -6.5 points, opened up at the same -6.5. They are a 6.5 point favorite. That's what that means for those that don't know the sports betting terms. The totals, or the over-under play, as some of you guys might know, opened up at 52 points. Currently sits at 51 points. So obviously the under has been a big play around the sports world, sports gambling world, sports books, Vegas, all that stuff. Both the spread and the totals are both sitting at -110, meaning that you'll get just under what you give back, aka $50, or would you like 45 or something like that. The money line, meaning who you think is going to win the game straight up, outright. No points, no over-unders, no props, none of that, just pick me a winner. Currently the home favorite is the Buffalo Bills, which I don't know. I don't remember seeing that in a playoff game. It's been since '96 since they've even been at home in a playoff game. They opened up at -305, which is a crazy number to me. I'm as big of a believer as anybody else, but too good to be true, right? While the Colts opened up at +245, meaning that's a pretty good payback if the Colts win. If you choose to take that route, I hope they don't win. And if you take that route, I hope you lose. Currently, as it sits, according to FanDuel Sportsbook, the place that I use, there's no sponsorship, no payments. It would be nice, but they don't pay me. I just use them. The Buffalo Bills sit at a -295, while the Indianapolis Colts +240. So, what does that mean? Well, generally when you see the opening change from where it's current, the bettors and the money is going to one side or the other. Obviously, that's how it teeters out. You get it. So the Colts money line has obviously been a little bit of a play here. Fair. I get it. Bills haven't done shit in years. That's okay. Some top betting trends you should look forward to in this game. 4-0 is the number. 4-0 in the under category for the Colts in the month of January, meaning the last 4 games have been under. Colts 4 under, over, you get it. Under. Colts under in January. Hot. As opposed to the current trend, which is the over. 5-0 are the Colts in the over against teams with winning records. So, you want past history, unders. You want current history, over seems to be the play out of those two. A hot play you should look at is the Buffalo Bills 8-0 in their last 8 against the spread, meaning they cover. They're covering, man. And as you can tell, you can just look at the scoreboard. The Bills have been putting a punishment on teams in the last couple games, ever since the Hail Mary play. That I don't want to talk about. The Bills have been undefeated, 8-0 against the spread. Definitely a hot play. Coming off a week where the Buffalo Bills have managed to accumulate 250 yards or more against a previous opponent, the Bills are 5-0 against the spread. They did that last week against Miami. It's a hot trend. I hope. And another hopeful trend, as a fan of the Buffalo Bills, the home team is 5-0 in their last 5 games against the spread, meaning each time these teams have played, the home team has covered. Again, I hope. Now my picks for this week, I don't want to jinx nothing, man. My bet is the Buffalo Bills -6.5. That's a lock for me. I don't say that to jinx them. I don't say that as a cocky pick. But going off of these trends that I just mentioned, going off of what you watch on TV, The Buffalo Bills have been a dominant team. Colts, they've been a little underwhelming sometimes. Last week they played great. Jaguars, take it how you want. But this week my pick, Buffalo Bills -6.5. Next up with a 4:40 kickoff out west is the division champion Seattle Seahawks taking on their division rival, LA Rams. Now the spread opened up at 5, Seattle being the home favorite at -5, LA being the underdog on the road, +5. I don't think that matters too much. There's no home field advantage this year due to the happenings around the world that I can't say, or else I will get kicked off of YouTube. You get it. Currently as it sits now as we speak, the Seattle Seahawks are a -3 favorite. So, 2-point differential, something must have happened. The over-under opened at 42.5, did not move, still sits at 42.5. Makes you think that Jared Goff might not play, and that Vegas seems to be unsure of it as well. And if he does not, well, there's not going to be a lot of scoring in the game. I guess they don't trust Wolford, the AAF quarterback. He put on a great game last week against the Cardinals in a must-win game, but it's not the Seahawks. We'll see. And the money line is a Seattle -210, LA Rams +175. That was the open. And as it currently sits, well, there's been movement. -178 for the Seattle Seahawks, +150 for the LA Rams. Meaning, if you think the Rams are going to win, you should have took them a couple days ago when it was at +175. Now, granted, it didn't change too much, but you get it. If they win, you lost a couple bucks, extra bucks, and you could put towards next week. Or an NBA parlay. I don't know, or Korean baseball. I don't know, you get it. A couple trends you should look for in this game. Well, let's start with the over-under. The under is 4-0 in the last 4 Rams games. Even if Jared Goff plays, they might not score points. I don't know. And is he playing? I don't know. Somebody comment below if Jared Goff is playing or not, because give me a clue here. The under's hot. The under is hot. That's all I can tell you. Here's another under trend. The last 14 Rams game, the under has been 12-2 after allowing less than 90 yards rushing in the previous game. They did that last week. Could it be 13-2? The under's looking good. Speaking of opponents allowing less than 90 yards in their previous game rushing, the Seattle Seahawks. That under's 5-0 in their last 5 games. I think we got a trend here. And guess what? In the Seattle Seahawks games that they were favorite, in the last 4 of them, the under. You'll never guess. 4-0. Continuing the trend of hot unders, 15-7. In the last 22 meetings between these two teams, the under is hit. We have a trend. The play here for me, I think I made it obvious. Take the under, 42.5 points. I think both defenses show up. I think the Seahawks are the one to score the points, especially if Jared Goff is out. I just don't see the Rams being able to compete, but certainly it could be a defensive struggle, and that's the way I'm leaning. 42.5, take the under. And in the final game, prime time, 8-something start. Everybody's around the couch watching the TV. Popcorn in hand, beers, drinks, soda, beverages, water, Capri Sun, whatever you drink, whatever you eat. We're all going to be watching the football team. Yep. The Washington football team takes on the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Primetime. Not the Rams, Seahawks, not the Bills, Colts. The football team. Okay. The football team. All jokes aside, the football team has been playing pretty well. And obviously the Buccaneers are the Buccaneers. Brady's still Brady. That offense is loaded. Tampa Bay opened up the week at -7.5. The Washington football team is a +7.5 home dog against the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. And I think we all kind of agree 7-9 is not the best record. But we have seen in the past that a 7-9 division winner shocks a team with high expectations. Seattle, New Orleans, Beastquake. Currently, the people betting on this game seem to think that -7.5 was a little low because now currently it sits at -8.5. Again, that's a number on FanDuel Sportsbook. I've seen it on other sportsbooks that they are even higher. DraftKings, I believe, is a -9.5 favorite for the Bucks. It's crazy. Nobody seems to think that Washington has a chance. The totals, over-under, opened up at 46.5 points. They currently sit at 44.5 points, meaning the under seemed to have been the favorite play all along. Seems about right because both defenses have been playing very well this year. The Tampa Bay Buccaneers top threat, Mike Evans, is probable to play. It was an ugly injury. I don't know if he's going to be okay to play just 6 days after it happened. It looked like an ACL was shredded, at least a patella, a hamstring. I don't know. I'm not a doctor. We'll just see how Mike Evans is and if he can continue to be the top threat of the Tampa Bay offense. Top 5 trends you should know about going into this game. Number 1, the Buccaneers are 0-4 against the spread in their last 4 wildcard games. Now, their last 4 wildcard games, they didn't have a dude named Brady at quarterback. So I think that's irrelevant, but it's a trend nonetheless. The over is 5-0 in the last 5 Buccaneer games, where they beat the previous opponent by 14 or more points straight up. That just means the Buccaneers are staying hot after their beatdowns of a previous team. We'll see if that trend is able to continue this week against a tough football team defense. It's still funny to me. Sorry. In the last 5 football games, the under is 5-0. So their defense is pretty good, and apparently their offense isn't scoring as many points as they'd like. The under is 5-0 in their last 5 games. We'll see. Although they are playing on a Saturday, and Saturday games for the Washington football team has been an over haven. 7-0 in their last 7 Saturday games is the over. We'll see if that continues or if that just doesn't matter. And finally, one major trend you guys should follow here. The underdog is 5-0-1 in these 2 teams' last 6 meetings. That tells you that the Washington football team may cover. 8.5 points is a lot of points to give, especially in a playoff game against a division champion, albeit 7-9. However, they are on the road in a cold weather environment. This game is going to be pretty good. I think it's going to be a lot more entertaining as a fan than people seem to want to believe or lead on about. I can't wait to watch this one. My pick, well, I'm a Bills fan. I watched Brady beat the hell out of us for years. I can't bet against Brady, not in the playoffs. First round, 7-9 team, on the road, I don't care. Give me the Bucks -9 at a -105 payout. Simple. Brady's Brady. I'm not betting against him. And that does it here for the Sports Bar presented by Hammered Media. We appreciate you guys more than you'll ever know. Keep subscribing, keep commenting, hit that bell for notifications. That way, every time we post a video or an update or anything like that, you get notified and you can watch our stuff. Especially these betting videos, man. We're trying to make you guys money. Hopefully we win some money this week. If not, don't blame me. If so, hit my Venmo. Next video, we'll give you the Sunday breakdown. Pay attention. You might win some money.
Know that the ride or die. I keep worried about my seat. Know that the ride or die.